Hello, bonjour. Merci pour être ici avec nous aujourd'hui. Thank you for being here with us today. First, I want to extend my sincere thanks to all of you on behalf of the Fredericton Police Force. Your support, as demonstrated by the flowers and cards that are left here in front of the police station, is appreciated by us all. Everyone in our community is hurting with the deaths of our 4 citizens, but the support of the community to our fallen officers and the 2 other citizens and all of their families and friends is appreciated. I want to bring you up to speed on several aspects of the investigation to date. I will provide our prepared statement in English, followed by mon chef adjoint, donc en français. We can confirm with great sympathy the identities of the 2 civilian victims who were fatally wounded in yesterday's shootings. We recognize that the delay in releasing these names was a trying time for the victims' families and our communities. We do understand that. We appreciate your understanding that the investigation into confirming the identities of these 2 victims and the next of kin notification took time. We offer our most sincere condolences to the families and friends of 42-year-old Donald Robichaud and 32-year-old Bobby Wright, both of Fredericton. Today, a 48-year-old Fredericton man was charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder in this incident. Matthew Vincent Raymond was charged in the morning of August 11th with the deaths of 45-year-old Constable Lawrence Rob Costello and 43-year-old Constable Sarah May Helen Burns, and our citizens Donald Robichaud and Bobby Wright. Raymond will remain in custody until his court appearance August 27th. While charges have been laid, the investigation into the shootings is ongoing. It will be up to the investigators to determine what led to yesterday's shootings. Please know that this is a complex investigation and it must be thorough in nature. I ask residents not to speculate. Please, I can't stress that enough. Media and residents, please don't speculate. Please let all of our investigators do their work and find the facts that need to be found. We will inform you, I promise, as we can with all relevant details. The RCMP New Brunswick's Major Crime Unit is continuing to assist us with this homicide investigation. We are continuing to ask anyone who might have taken photos or videos around the scene on Brookside Drive yesterday to share those with us. You can upload those photos and videos anonymously at the link to upload pictures on the video of the Fredericton Police Force webpage or Facebook page and the RCMP New Brunswick website. Pictures and videos can be uploaded anonymously. It does not matter if you don't think it's relevant. It may very well be relevant to us. Please let us make that determination. We have already received some that have been helpful. For residents in the area who have had to leave their homes, thank you for your patience and your understanding as we work quickly and as possible to gather the evidence required, and we are working hard on this with our partners so that you can return home soon. Over the next several days, you'll notice different police uniforms in our city and different police vehicles in our city. These are police forces who have offered to come and support us and to protect you in our community. This allows us to give our police officers much needed support and counseling over the coming days and weeks. Details surrounding the funerals of Rob and Sarah will be forthcoming, and we will provide that information as soon as we are able. I want to thank all of our partners, Fredericton Mayor O'Brien, council, our law enforcement partners, our emergency services providers, and so many others I cannot possibly name who have stepped forward to assist. Again, I thank you all for your notes of sympathy, your support, for flowers and mementos you have left in front of our police station. This is not something any community should have to endure, but I know we will, and it's thanks to your support and to the hard work of the men and women of our city. Thank you. Chef Adjoint.
Bonjour et merci beaucoup de vous joindre à nous. Aux citoyens de la ville de Fredericton, tout d'abord, nous tenons à vous remercier sincèrement au nom du service de police de Fredericton. Votre soutien vis-à-vis les fleurs et les cartes laissées ici devant notre quartier général sont appréciés par tous. Tout le monde dans notre communauté souffre de la mort de 4 de nos citoyens. Le soutien de la communauté est grandement apprécié. Nous voulons vous mettre au courant de plusieurs aspects. Nous pouvons confirmer avec beaucoup de sympathie l'identité des 2 victimes civiles qui ont été tuées hier. Nous reconnaissons que le retard dans la publication de ces noms était une période difficile pour les familles des victimes et notre communauté. Nous apprécions votre patience du fait que l'enquête sur la confirmation de l'identité de ces 2 victimes a pris du temps. Nous offrons nos condoléances aux familles de Donald Robichaud, 42 ans, et Bobby Wright, 32 ans, tous 2 de Fredericton. Aujourd'hui, un homme de Fredericton âgé de 48 ans a été accusé de 4 chefs de meurtre au premier degré dans cet incident. Matthew Vincent Raymond a été accusé ce matin, le 11 août, de la mort d'un gendarme de 45 ans, Lawrence Rob Costello, et la gendarme de 43 ans, Sarah May Ellen Burns, ainsi que Donald Robichaud et Bobby Wright. Raymond sera détenu jusqu'à sa comparution devant le tribunal le 27 août. Alors que des accusations ont été portées, l'enquête continue. Ce sera aux enquêteurs de déterminer ce qui a conduit à la fusillade d'hier. Cette enquête est complexe et doit être approfondie. Nous demandons aux résidents de, s'il vous plaît, laisser les enquêteurs faire leur travail et nous vous informerons comme nous pouvons. Le groupe des crimes graves de la GRC du Nouveau-Brunswick continue à nous aider dans l'enquête sur les homicides. Nous continuons à demander à quiconque aurait pu prendre des photos ou des vidéos sur la scène de Brookside Drive hier matin pour les partager avec nous. Vous pouvez télécharger les photos et les vidéos de manière anonyme sur le lien pour télécharger des images et des vidéos sur la page Facebook du service de police de Fredericton et sur le site web de la GRC du Nouveau-Brunswick. Les images et les vidéos peuvent être téléchargées de façon anonyme. Peu importe si vous pensez qu'ils ne sont pas pertinents, s'il vous plaît, laissez-nous faire ces déterminations. Nous en avons déjà reçu. Pour les résidents de la région qui ont dû quitter leur domicile, merci de votre patience alors que nous travaillons le plus rapidement possible pour rassembler les preuves requises. Nous travaillons dur pour le faire afin que vous puissiez bientôt retourner chez vous. Ce qui est de la patrouille journalière dans la ville de Fredericton, au cours des prochains jours, vous remarquerez différents uniformes de la police de même, et même des différents véhicules de services de police dans notre ville. Ce sont des forces de police qui ont offert de venir nous soutenir et de vous protéger. Cela nous permet de fournir un soutien et des conseils à nos policiers. Les détails concernant les funérailles de Rob et Sarah seront à venir. Nous vous fournirons ces informations dès que possible. Merci à tous nos partenaires, le maire, le conseil de ville de Fredericton et nos partenaires chargés de l'application de la loi, à nos fournisseurs des services d'urgence et à tant autres. Encore une fois, merci à vous tous pour vos notes de sympathie, votre soutien, les fleurs, les souvenirs que vous avez laissés devant notre quartier général. Ce n'est pas quelque chose qu'une communauté devrait avoir à endurer, mais nous le ferons ensemble et c'est grâce à votre soutien. Merci beaucoup.
Ladies and gentlemen, members of the press and fellow Frederictonians, this is day 2 in a hard time in our city of Fredericton. Again, I'd like to offer our sincere condolences on behalf of the residents of Fredericton and my city council colleagues to our fine officers, Sarah and Rob, and the citizens, Donnie and Bobby. Their husbands, wives, sons, daughters, brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts, friends. We lost 4 members of our community. I said yesterday that we're collectively grieving, and we are. But we will heal together, as I said yesterday, and we are. I'd like to really thank the citizens of Fredericton for all their outpouring of support for our force and the people that are helping them. It's been humbling. I've received calls and communications from all across Canada. Mayors of many cities, government officials, all pledging their support, their feeling of loss and shock for our city, and their words of support. I can't tell you how comforting that is. For the residents that are impacted, the people of the community of Brookside Drive in that neighborhood, there will be outreach to that community. It's important. They were traumatized as well as the rest of the city. The police force and the city will be reaching out to them in the near future with some information about how we can come together as a community. There will be a book of condolences beginning Monday night at City Council that'll be offered. Many of the mayors that contacted me today, especially from across Eastern Canada, already have books of condolences out. Very heartwarming. That's all I can say at the moment, other than I'm just so proud of our force and so sad that the loss of our professional members. There was some criticism about lack of information coming out, but that's because the investigation was still going on. As I said yesterday, patience while the investigation takes its course. You got more information today. More information will be forwarded when the authorities are in a position to do so. Our police force is the official record right now for communications. It's not the mayor or councillor or anybody else. Check with our police force for the accurate information. We'll keep you up to date as soon as we can. We'll keep this community safe, and we will come together as a community. Tomorrow, it's the Pride Parade. We'll be marching through the city, and a celebration of diversity and culture and pride. It's a way for our community to start rebuilding our faith in community and having a celebration. Those things are important to show that we still exist as a community. We still have people that we look after, and there's a way to celebrate even in the midst of this grief. So I'll see you tomorrow in the parade, and thanks for being here today.
We are able to take just a few questions. The chief and the deputy are available for those in English and in French. So if we have a couple questions, I'm just gonna I'm gonna start over here. Yep.
Thank you for your question. I'll answer in English. The chef adjoint will answer in French for everyone. The RCMP is leading the homicide investigation upon our request, but this is still an investigation that is active in our jurisdiction, so we are assisting one another in that regard. And it's important for our community to hear the communication from the police agency of jurisdiction. At this time, I can't confirm for you the reason for the court appearance on the 27th. It's not unreasonable that there is a delay from the time of charge to the time of court appearance.
Ce lien n'a pas été déterminé encore. L'enquête se continue, parce que c'est certainement un aspect de l'enquête qu'on veut trouver nous aussi, mais on n'a pas encore déterminé le lien. Encore un lien qu'on cherche à déterminer, pas encore déterminé.
Catherine?
Yeah. So for the sake of the same question, the question was, is there a link between the victim and the shooter and between the two victims? And that link has not been established yet. Okay? And that is a piece of information that we're looking to establish, and we haven't established yet. I didn't hear that.
The name's the suspect. Matthew Raymond.
The
Yeah,
name,
yeah.
the official name were in the press release.
All we have at this time, Catherine, is that the name that has been associated to the charge, which is Matthew Raymond. That's all we have for you on that at this time.
Okay, we're going to go over here next. Here.
Can you tell us anything about the weapon that was used by the shooter? Was it a handgun? Was it a rifle? Were there multiple shots fired by the accused?
We can confirm that it was a long gun that was used. The shooter was in an elevated position, and we aren't going to release further details beyond that at this time, but it was a long gun, and he was situated in an elevated position.
Just to follow to that, can you tell us if that firearm was registered to him, and was it his firearm?
We don't have that information yet.
At this time, we don't have that information to share publicly.
Okay, in here.
Pour la média en français, la question était quelle sorte d'arme à feu? Fait que c'est une carabine. L'individu qui a fait la fusillade était d'une position élevée, au 3e étage. Ça fait que c'est ça qu'on sait jusqu'à cette heure. Fait que les deux victimes se sont fait tuer à côté d'une voiture, et les policiers, lorsqu'ils ont arrivé, se sont fait tirer ainsi.
Est-ce que le tireur lui a été atteint dans les policiers?
So did the shooter get hit by a police shooter? Yes, oui.
I'm just wondering what more you can tell us about the suspect that you haven't already said, because I know you say it's under investigation, but I think everybody's scared because people don't know if it was random, or if there was a relationship with these people.
Thank you for that question. That's an important question to ask. At this time, we can tell you that the known suspect is apprehended. Charges have been laid. We don't have any further information to share at this time that it's associated to anything beyond what we know. So as soon as we know that, as soon as we make any type of determination, we'll be sure to let the public and the media know. There were in total 5 people involved in the shooting that were injured. There were 4 fatally wounded, 2 officers, 2 citizens, and the suspect was injured in gunfire with police. And that's it. 5 in total, 4 fatalities, and 1 victim, 1 person who was injured, and that was the suspect. There were no other casualties.
What was the extent of the involvement of ERT, and were they the ones who took down the suspect?
The emergency response team and a number of members were deployed from all areas of the department. It was at shift change, so we had rapid deployment of all hands on deck, essentially, and the incident involved a patrol member.
We're going to take 2 more questions. Kevin, I'm going to go to you.
La question en français ou la réponse en français par rapport à cette question-là. Fait que le groupe tactique de la force de Fredericton ainsi que les patrouilleurs étaient impliqués. La fusillade dont le suspect et la police étaient un membre de patrouille. Le groupe tactique arrivé sur les lieux en fin de compte et a aidé à clairer le restant des appartements.
Okay, Kevin.
We're having meetings and discussions this afternoon from a committee perspective on what our next steps are on the funeral. Fait que par rapport aux funérailles, nous avons une discussion cet après-midi par rapport aux étapes, les prochaines étapes.
Was the suspect known to police at all?
No. Okay, ça fait que nous espérons que les résidents peuvent retourner à leur appartement dès que lundi après-midi. But we hope that the residents can return to their location or their homes on Monday. That's what we're hoping.
Was the suspect known to police?
We don't have any further information at this time to share about the suspect, but as soon as we have information to share, we will.
We don't have any information.
We're not at liberty to discuss that serious but stable, I would say, but we're not at liberty to discuss details of his condition. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Last question right here.
At this point in time, we have nothing to indicate that police were targeted. We responded to shots fired. 2 citizens were already fatally wounded upon arrival of police, and the 2 officers were shot subsequent to their response to those citizens in need.
But this wasn't
thank you.
premeditated murder charges, so is that a compliance with what you're saying? That again, if it's first degree, there's an element of forethought to it by nature.
That will come out in the investigation.
Were they targets
Okay,
of opportunity?
last one, guys.
So we can't determine that. The charges were laid, 4 charges of first-degree murder. That's what's been laid. Right.
Okay, folks. Thanks, guys. That's it. That question was answered. That will come out in the investigation. We appreciate you being here and understanding we're still in the middle of this.